वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून माय डियर फ्रेंड, दिस इज मानस फ्रॉम द हॉस्पिटैलिटी डेस्क। अगर ये वीडियो अगर आपको अच्छा लगा तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और बेल आइकन को जरूर दबा दीजिए। ठीक है, इसके लिए हमको मोटिवेशन मिलता है, तो हम अच्छा वीडियो और आपके पास लेके करेंगे फूड एंड बेवरेज सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट का इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर के बारे में। जी, फूड एंड बेवरेज सर्विस में बहुत सारे इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन आंसर होता है वैरायटीज ऑफ पोजीशन के ऊपर, जैसे एसोसिएट, supervisor, executive, assistant restaurant manager and the restaurant manager, then assistant food and beverage manager and food and beverage manager or the director of food and beverage manager. So this many positions are there in food and beverage service department. ये जो जर्नी है एसोसिएट लेवल से लेके डायरेक्टर ऑफ फूड एंड बेवरेज सर्विस तक, इसमें कई चैलेंजेस आता है और जो इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन आंसर होता है वो बहुत ही डिफिकल्टीज होता है जैसे जैसे आपका पोस्ट बढ़ते जाता है। तो आज हम इसी में से एक पोजीशन है, इसको असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर बोला जाता है, इसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे। अगर आप एग्जीक्यूटिव हो, सुपरवाइजर हो और कहीं पे आपको असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर के लिए अप्लाई करना है तो ये वीडियो आपके लिए बहुत ही मजेदार और इम्पोर्टेंट होने वाला है। तो बिना स्किप के वीडियो को पूरा वीडियो को देखिए। ठीक है, पहले तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा, कोई भी इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन आंसर में पहले आपको पूछा जाएगा टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ के बारे में, तो आपको वो जरूर पता होना चाहिए हाउ टू आंसर फॉर टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ। तो जो है चालू होता है बेसिक क्वेश्चंस टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ से लेके, उसके बाद आपको टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है, उसके बाद आपको ऑपरेशनल जो चैलेंजेस है उसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है। इंटरव्यू आपको जानने की कोशिश करेंगे आप उनका होटल का हिसाब से सुइटेबल हो क्या नहीं है। जैसे कोई भी होटल में आप इंटरव्यू देने के लिए गया तो वो होटल का जो चैलेंजेस है, जो की पॉइंट है, जो फेलियर है, जिसमें सक्सेसफुल नहीं है, तो इंटरव्यू आपको उसमें क्वेश्चन करेंगे। ठीक है, तो देयर इज नो फिक्स क्वेश्चन फॉर एनी जॉब। I'll tell you is totally depend on hotels to hotel or operations to operations or your interviewer or the organizations how they are going to ask you the question. But still there are a few questions, common questions is there where you will understand basic interview question and answer. From there you can cross that interview. For assistant restaurant manager position, if you talk about tell me about yourself, I'll give you a simple answer like I have several years of experience in food and beverage service industry. I am working in both, I'm in front of the house or back of the house supervisory roles. I have developed lots of strong skill in terms of the leadership, customer service, inventory control and daily operations. I enjoy working in fast paced environment and supporting at the restaurant manager to ensure smooth service, satisfactory guests and the motivated staff. So I ensure that my operation will be very smooth and day-to-day operation I will collaborate with my team, coordinate with the other department. I used to ensure that restaurant operation will be very smooth. For day-to-day restaurant operation, whatever the needs, I used to do it, sir. So this is the basic common. Tell me about yourself. You have to just explain how many years of experience you have, or maybe from where you did your hotel management course, from where you complete your training, years of experience, current position and you applied for. Then your interviewer will start questioning different kind of technical questions, difficult questions. So for that you have to be prepared. One of them question is how do you handle a difficult customer at the restaurant? Of course there will be many difficult customers coming into a restaurant and going every day. So being as a assistant restaurant manager, what is your job responsibility, how we are going to handle those difficult customers? So this is how you have to give the simple answer like I stay calm, listen carefully and slowly I show my empathy. I apologize for the inconvenient cost and I focus on finding the solution that meets the company policies and satisfied the guest expectation too. If I need to involve to my manager, but I always try to resolve the issue quickly and professionally. So that will be the professional answer. How quickly you are resolving the guest complaint, which is very important. Okay, so this question maybe your out of 100, 80% interviewer will ask you for the manager. Either you are an assistant manager or the restaurant manager or assistant F&B manager. They will ask you how do you handle the difficult customer, because this is your around 30-40% resolving complaint at your restaurant, or which is going to affect on the NPS, on the guest satisfaction score. So answer this question very diplomatically and in this question, you have to make your interviewer understand that how quickly you resolve that complaint and how professionally you are resolving. Next, next is how do you motivate your restaurant staff? See, although there is a restaurant manager or assistant food and beverage manager in the restaurant or other outlet, so but in the assistant restaurant manager is the crucial role to motivate the restaurant staff because he is working on the floor. So if you want to become an assistant restaurant manager, you must know how need to motivate your restaurant staff. So that's the reason your interviewer want to ask you that how do you motivate the restaurant staff? You have to give a simple answer like I motivate staff through clear communication, positive feedback and learning by example. Always I am giving them an example. So whenever leading them as example, they understand very quickly. I recognize good performance. I provide them a coaching when they need, and I make sure everyone understand their role. That what is the role for a supervisor, what is the role for a associate, what is the role for a IIT, OJT trainee. So like this, a motivated team deliver better service and works more efficiently. If you make your downline staff job responsibility very clearly, so there is no issue at all. They know what is my job and what is the supervisor job and what is the executive job. So they will do the job. You just need to monitor their job. That's all. So whenever you need to give them an example, whether it is good example or bad example, you have to make them understand with clear communication, with positive feedback and leading them an example. So this is how I need to motivate my restaurant staff, which is very important for an assistant restaurant manager. Next question, lots of employees is there. There is maybe 30, 35, 40 employees there in the restaurant. So maybe out of 42 restaurant staff is not performing well. So what you are going to do? You are going to throw them out from the system, or you are going to give them more training, or what you will do? So that's very diplomatical answer. From here, your interviewer want to know that how you are going to handle your employee as well as. So it is very important. You have to give the answer simply like I would speak with them privately, separately to understand their issue. What is the exactly issue they are facing during the operation, after operation, before operation, any other challenges is there or not. I would give constructive feedback, set clear expectation and provide training or supporting them if they need, and I believe in correcting issue clearly with maintain a respect and professionalism. Whatever action we will take, whatever decision I will give you, whatever set example I will give you, I will give in a professional way. I will make them understand. I will try to understand exactly what problem they are facing. From there, we will give a set solution. If they need a training in terms of the performance, they don't know anything, so we need to give them a more training and we need to assign their someone who can guide during the operation. So this is how we need to make them a good performer, performer to good performer. So this is how I will do. So this question is very important for everyone, either you are an assistant restaurant manager or assistant F&B manager or director of F&B, whatever it is. It is very important. Now I am going to tell you how do you manage busy shift or any high pressure situation, like the restaurant have a 80 packs booking, again another 80 packs is coming. You cannot leave the business, right? You have to take the business. How are you going to take the business? You have a booking, staff has not came, not turn up because of some unavoiding situation. So what you are going to do? So how we are going to handle this busy schedule or the pressure situation? It is going to very important for you. I'll tell you any simple answer. I'll tell you, I stay organized and prioritize my tasks. I ensure staff are properly prompt and communicate clearly and step into the help where actually the help need. Staying calm help the team remain focused and ensure smooth service when during peak hours. If it is very busy, it will help to my team. Also, they will ask you how do you ensure food safety and hygiene standard. Being as a manager, it is very important to ensure the standard of the service and food safety of the restaurant. Okay, I'll tell you how to give this answer. You have to tell, I follow all the company's policies and health regulation strictly. I ensure staff practice proper hand washing, food storage, and the cleanliness. I also conduct regular checklist and address the issues immediately to maintain the safe environment of my restaurant. Okay, this is how I am going to shape the food safety and hygiene of our restaurant. Okay, also they will ask you what experience do you have with inventory and cost control, which is very important. Being as a manager, you must know what is your inventory, how many plates, how many cutlery is there in your restaurant, and how you are going to control that breakages, and other cost control like the wastage of the food, wastage of your bar ingredients, or so and so things in F&B service can be controlled. So how we are going to control that? The answer will be like this. I have experienced the tracking inventory on daily basis. I used to reduce the wastage and the placing order based on the sell trend. Like today is the sell, yesterday there was less sell, more sell. So according to the sell, I need to place the order. I understand how proper stock control help control food cost and improve the profitability. Why? If there is no reservation, no booking, so I need to no need to order so many things. So I need to control there. I know, because that is the reason we are doing every day daily inventory. So from there we understand exactly the proper stock control help me to control the food cost. Also, your interviewer will ask you what all are the daily report you used to make being as a manager. I'll tell you, if you talk about the report being as a manager, it is starting from your executive level. In the executive level, you are supposed to make the daily sale report, or you may make some inventory report like this. But when you become a assistant restaurant manager, you have to be experienced on daily sale report, pre-P&L and post-P&L, the profit and loss. We used to make it for any special occasion. Any food festival is coming, before food festival we used to make a report that's called pre-P&L report, and when your festival is finished, after that we used to make it post-P&L. From there we used to analyze what is the revenue, what is the GOP for that particular days for the food festival. Then daily inventory checklist, every day the inventory report for CCG, feedback analysis report for F&B service, guest meet report on daily basis. So also there is many report, but this much report is very important for assistant restaurant manager. Again I will tell you, daily sales report, pre-P&L and post-P&L report, daily inventory reports, feedback analysis report for F&B service, not only the restaurant, and guest meet report on daily basis. Every day how many guests you are meeting and what is the feedback exactly from where the guest came, the contact number, email ID, everything should be done in Excel sheet. That homework has to be done being as a manager every day. Okay. Also I'll tell you what all are the daily checklist you used to follow being as if you're a manager or you want to manager, whatever it is. There has to be checklist. Everyone who is working in food and beverage service department, either it is associate, supervisor, executive or assistant restaurant manager. So what all of the checklists you used to follow. Every day what you used to do? Sir, every day I report on shift by morning 7 o'clock for the breakfast operation. I used to come 15 minutes before. Very nice. I ensure my all F&B areas are cleaned properly, and I is supposed to check that yesterday any pending work is pending or not. If it is pending, some work is pending for yesterday or for the night, I need to ensure that work is as soon as possible done. Also, all the areas cleanliness I have to check. I need to complete. I need to ensure everyday breakfast operation is going very smoothly. I need to coordinate with other department, other team member, I mean kitchen team member too. I allocate all the team member for all the breakfast, lunch and dinner operation to make sure they all are follow the same very strictly. I used to take daily 3-time briefing in my outlet, and I scheduling all the staff member duty roster for monthly or weekly, whatever it is. Apart from that, there is also many checklist, like you're checking my email, doing the guest calling, checking the buffet temperature record, as the host is doing or not. So many things is there, but these all things is very important. At last, I will tell you, being as a interviewer, they will ask you what all are the training you used to take for the restaurant team member. See, training is the important, because by training only you can enhance your operation or the hotel guest service score. I'll tell you what all are the training being as an assistant restaurant manager you supposed to give for the staff. Sir, I used to take training like how to do upsell and suggestive selling at the restaurant, how to do sit, meet and greet to the guest in a proper way, how to collect the feedback from the guest, how to handle a basic complaint from the guest, how do you make guest happy at the restaurant, the guest is coming to the restaurant to till the guest is going from the restaurant, how a person who is taking care of the table, how a person who is escorting the guest, how a person who is taking the order, how a person who is serving the food, how those things has to be done in a step by step. After all, the guest must be returned again to your restaurant, I ensure. Being as a manager, you must ensure that that guest will come back again. Further, whatever you want to do, you want to give some special gift, you want to give some cake, you want to give some extra smile, extra service from the back end, you do it. So these all are the training you must give to your training, to the top staff. So these all are the training you have to take. You see, being as a assistant restaurant manager, this many interview question and answer is there. अगर आपको असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर बनना है और अगर असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर में अप्लाई करना है, अगर आप एग्जीक्यूटिव हो क्या असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर हो, कोई अच्छा ब्रांड में आपको असिस्टेंट रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर अप्लाई करना है, तो आप ये वीडियो को अच्छे से देखिए। थैंक यू सो मच। अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो इसको सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर देंगे और डोंट फॉरगेट टू प्रेस द बेल आइकन। थैंक यू सो मच।